What's going on, everyone? The rain has finally cleared up here in Florida, so I figured I'd juice out a few videos really fast for you. Today in this video, what I wanted to talk about was acne. Now, recently, a friend and subscriber, he messaged me on Facebook and said, Will, ever since my recent breakout that I had, which it was very bad, I haven't been as comfortable and confident in my skin as I used to be before the breakout. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because a lot of people struggle with this, and I know a lot of other people can benefit from this. So I myself used to struggle with this growing up majorly, okay? Now, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I have scars on my face. You may or not be able to tell, but I got pits on my face from back when I used to have acne when I was younger, okay? So first thing you need to realize is that you need to be comfortable in your own skin, okay? You need to learn to accept yourself fully for who you are and what you've been dealt with, okay? So the moment you realize that, you'll instantly feel a little bit less stress and you'll kind of let go, in other words. So that's something that I very much had to learn when I had acne, was learning to just let go of what people thought of me and just have my own belief system on what I thought about myself, okay? And that changed the way people treated me or even looked at the way I looked. Now, as you can tell, I got, gauged ears from back in the day, and they're still had not closed up. But nobody notices them. Now, the reason why nobody notices it is because I don't pay attention to myself. So it's kind of like the same mindset when you have pimples. When you ignore it and you shut it off completely and keep it out of your head, less people will notice that you have it, okay? Now, unless you have like raging freaking pimples all over your face, there's no reason why you should feel self-conscious about it all the time. So, first thing is letting go and accepting yourself for who you are and how you look right now, okay? As you can see, I'll show you guys a picture of me back when I had acne, very messed up teeth, before I had braces, before my face started clearing up, and before I started looking as good as I do now. I'm just playing. So before I started, basically back when I used to look pretty ugly, quote unquote, but I was smiling in this picture. I'll go ahead and blow it up on the screen. Right now, I was smiling in this picture. Like, can you believe I had the nerve to smile? I mean, look how jacked up I looked. My teeth looked like Lloyd from, Dumb and Dumber, and my pimples just looked awful, and I had an awful haircut as well. But I was still smiling, okay? The reason I was still smiling is because I learned to accept myself for who I was in that moment and just getting comfortable with it. And a lot of people saw me for who I was rather than how I looked, okay? So that's the first step. Second step is stop stressing, man. The more you stress about your pimples, the more you're going to break out. So stress less, you'll have less pimples. I say it again, stress less and you'll have less pimples. The less you'll have more breakouts. Stress can do some really messed up stuff to your system, okay? It can cause so much problems. It can give you, it can give you all kinds of stuff, okay? And acne is definitely one of the things that can flare up if you're stressing out a lot, okay? So work out. Keep doing your workout regimen. If you're not meditating, I highly recommend you meditate at least 15 to 20 minutes a day, or you just shut off any electronics, find a quiet spot, and just practice on your breathing, and just practice on relaxing and clearing your head, okay? So that's my next tip is releasing stress, okay? The more you stress, the more pimples you're gonna have. So next step, guys, third step is your diet, okay? Now, diet can play a huge role into how your face is going to respond or react to your body, okay? So, my number one tip when it comes to diet and you have acne issues is cut out dairy as much as you possibly can, okay? Now, I'd say about growing up, I used to eat dairy. I wasn't really conscious of the fact that dairy was an inflammatory to my system, okay? So, less dairy, less inflammation in your body equals less pimples and less breakouts, okay? So, cut out dairy from your diet. I wouldn't say, if that's too much for you asking up front, then, cut it out from your diet at least 50%, okay? I stopped drinking whey protein and I stopped drinking milk, and that right there just cleared my face up tremendously, okay? So I know that's hard to hear, but there's other sources of protein that don't include dairy that you can incorporate into your diet where you can still achieve your fitness goals and have less pimples on your face, okay? So that's how I've dealt with it. Number one, learn to accept and love yourself and let go. Number two, stress less and you'll have less pimples. Number three is watch your diet. Start paying attention to the foods you're eating and seeing how your face reacts to it afterwards, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and close the video out, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Go ahead and thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.